We're having something pretty special for dinner tonight. It seems a little gourmet. We're having Sicilian rabbit. Hi everybody, thanks so much for stopping by the homestead. My name is Sarah from Living Traditions Homestead, and part of my rabbit cooking series is going to be this recipe tonight for Sicilian rabbit. If you are interested in knowing more about this recipe as well as, you know, the measurements and things, you can find the full recipe in my rabbit cookbook. It's actually 25 of our family's favorite rabbit recipes all wrapped up into one cookbook. You can find the paper version of that in our Etsy store and the Kindle version of that on our Amazon store. We did a fantastic video series on how to raise meat rabbits. You can find a link to that playlist right here. And I also did a great video on how to cut up a rabbit into pieces to make it easier for cooking. So let's just get started. I love this recipe. It's one of our favorites. So we're going to start actually here on the stovetop. We're going to be browning the rabbit on both sides before we make a sauce and put it in the oven. So we are going to start with the stovetop at about a medium-high heat. So I've added about a couple of tablespoons of olive oil to the pan. This is actually a nice, wonderful cast iron pan. It's considered like a chicken fryer, and that's what I'm going to be using today. And so the purpose of this is we are going to just brown we're just going to brown the meat, basically. So I'm going to add these in. And we're going to let them brown in here for about 3 minutes per side. We're going to, we're going to grab some salt and pepper and just cover them with some salt and pepper while they're cooking there. And we're gonna flip these guys. Well, it's been about 3 minutes now. I'm going to turn off the heat because we don't need it quite yet. I'm going to take out the meat and I'm going to put it on a separate plate just for a little bit. We've got some work to do in this pan. Look how nice and brown those pieces got. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay, the next step is we're going to add some garlic, thyme, and some red pepper flakes. We're just going to add that to the pan and let it warm up a little bit on there, just until it's fragrant. Okay, so we're going to dump those 3 in here. I'm going to turn the heat back on at about a little under medium or so. I don't want to burn these. I just want to wake up the flavors a little bit. I'm just using the oil that's left in the pan from when we browned our rabbit. Okay, that is enough for me. So we're going to add some chicken broth. And I'm actually going to use my spatula and I'm going to scrape up. There's some browned rabbit bits on the bottom of that pan. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. I'm just going to scrape those bits off of there to incorporate that. Okay, into this mixture, I am going to add some heavy whipping cream. Some heavy cream. Now, one thing I want to caution you about a little bit about those spices. Those red pepper flakes sometimes can get a little bit fragrant in the air and kind of can irritate your lungs and stuff. So if you're worried at all about that, I would wait and not put them in the oil and wait until about now to put that in. Okay, so I have the heavy whipping cream in there. Now I need to add some sun-dried tomatoes. Add those beauties in there. Now I am doubling the sauce recipe today because I'm going to be serving this with pasta, and I want this to end up being the pasta sauce. So I have doubled that sauce part of the recipe. Okay, so that's all mixed in. I'm going to turn the heat back up, and I'm going to let this just come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, then we'll add the rabbit back in and stick it in the oven. So let's come back then. Now with this recipe, I'm following my 3 rules to having perfectly wonderful, moist and tender rabbit. Those 3 rules are to bake the rabbit low and slow. We're going to be having it on a low heat inside the oven. And we're going to cook it at a longer time. We're going to cover it with the sauce, which we're making right now, and then we're going to cover it with foil to lock in all of that moisture. I guarantee you that if you follow those 3 simple rules when you're making rabbit, you will have a perfectly cooked rabbit, moist, succulent, delicious every single time. Okay, our sauce is boiling. It's absolutely beautiful. So right now I'm going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to add the pieces of rabbit back in there, okay? Now the recipe in my cookbook tells you to add the Parmesan cheese right into the sauce. But I'm actually going to sprinkle it on top of these pieces. I'm going to sprinkle it on top of these pieces. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? This is going to add a fair amount of salt because of the Parmesan cheese. This is grated rather than, or this is shredded rather than grated. But I'm going to hit it just with a little bit more salt just to wake up those flavors. Okay, I have this fun tiny little ladle. Ladle. I'm just going to spoon that on top of there. Okay. Probably lose a little bit of that Parmesan cheese into the sauce. Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. You just wait and see. Oh my goodness. All right, I can't wait. All right, so we're going to take some foil and we're going to cover this. I think I actually do have a cover that fits this, but oh well. Cover this with some foil, lock in all of that moisture, and then we are going to put this into the oven. We are going to put this into the oven on a low temperature. I'm putting it on 325 until it reaches 160 to 165 degrees, and then we'll take it out and see how it looks. Well, the meat is finished. I just took it out of the oven and checked to make sure that it's at the right temperature, and it looks fantastic. The one thing about this at this point, though, is because I want to use the sauce as kind of a pasta sauce, it's a little on the thin side for me. So I'm going to remove the pieces of meat and put them on a plate. I'm going to keep them warm. I'm going to cover them, keep them warm, and I'm going to thicken this sauce with some organic cornstarch so that it will mix nicely with our pasta. Now, I'm being very careful on these pieces because remember, I have that Parmesan cheese on there and it's just melted perfectly on there. So come in and look at this sauce. It is really beautiful. It is going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous sauce, but it's thin. It's on the thin side. So I'm going to bring this back up to a boil, and I'm going to add some cornstarch that's mixed with cold water. I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch with about a cup of water. And once it's boiling, I'll add it all in, and it will thicken this up just beautifully. Okay, this is boiling nicely. So I'm just going to mix up my cornstarch and water mixture. I'm going to dump half of it in. I'm going to let that come to a boil and see what that does. I want it thick, but I don't want it thick like super thick gravy. Ooh, that's doing nicely. Now there is oil on the top. That's mostly olive oil from before, but it's also oil from inside of those sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm not worried at all about that because it is going to taste fantastic. In my opinion, it's still a little on the thin side, so I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my cornstarch mixture and see what that does. And actually, that is helping that oil emulsify into the cream mixture. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and plate this. I love to start with Kevin's plate. We're going to put a little bit of spaghetti on the plate first. A nice helping here. Followed by some of this beautiful sauce. Followed by some of this gorgeous rabbit. Here's this nice back leg. And then, let's see, this front leg looks nice too. Give that to him. I'm going to put a little extra Parmesan cheese on there because that just sounds fantastic. And then I've made just a really simple lettuce salad with a homemade vinaigrette to go on the side. That will just be perfect on the side of that rich sauce. And a little Parmesan to go with it. So you guys, there you go. A simple yet elegant dinner, Sicilian rabbit with pasta and a nice vinaigrette lettuce salad. I hope you guys try this. It's simple yet amazing. And don't forget to check out the cookbook that we have put together. You can find that on our Etsy store and in our Amazon store. And it's only $5. 25 of our family's favorite recipes for $5. If you are not a subscriber yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. And for all of you faithful fans, we appreciate you stopping by the homestead today. Until next time, you guys, take care and God bless.